Today I'm going to be speedrunning an entire Ecom store from scratch, and I'm going to show you exactly how I find winning products, build high converting landing pages, and test ads that actually make sales. This is the exact strategy that I used to build a 7-figure store, which I later sold for multiple 7 figures. You can literally just copy the store I'm going to make today and run it to 7 figures yourself. Let's hop over to my computer and take a look. All right, so I've spent the last hour thinking about product research and what product I'm going to choose. So I've decided on a product, and the product I've chose is the silk hair bonnet. I did a video a couple weeks ago about this product specifically and why I think it's a good product. 1, it's a hot new product. 2, the product can be bundled with a lot of other products. So think all things silk pillowcases, silk sleep masks, the silk hair bonnet, silk sheets. There's hundreds and hundreds of silk sleep products that you can bundle with this product. So that opens up the doors to a lot of bundling, a lot of free gifts. So that's one of the reasons that I really like this product. 2, it's a product that's had decent search volume for a really long time. So that just means that it's not just a trending product, but it's a product that's had demand for a very long time. And then this point in time right now, it's currently getting a lot more searches. And so this is a good time to hop in and start selling this product. Really, like, the biggest goal with the store for me is figure out how to get it to that break-even mark. And then you can make tweaks to your email, your SMS, your marketing. You can tweak pricing. So enough talking, let's get back to work. All right, so we're about 3 hours into this challenge. I've picked a product. I've done all the product research on it. I purchased a domain, got the store set up. I've got the domain connected. We've got the theme installed, and I've been building out the product page. And one thing to note is I come from the ecom world, not the dropshipping world. So part of this challenge was I kind of wanted to use a lot of the tools that common dropshippers use just to kind of see like what these tools are all about and why they use them. Just because if I were to do a new ecom product today, I'd probably do like a custom lander, completely custom theme, custom Shopify store. But you know, for beginners, that's not really realistic. And the true reality is you can get 80% of the results just from, you know, a basic Shopify theme or a dropshipping theme like Shrine or one of these AI themes, which is very similar to the Shrine theme anyways. They most likely just copied the Shrine theme and created like an AI builder based on that theme. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to head downstairs and keep working on the product page. I've got some of the basic product descriptions, bullet points, FAQs, and I'm also like kind of trying to structure this like other dropshippers. But what I might possibly do is do an A/B test of kind of the standard dropshipping style store setup, and then potentially a more tricked out landing page, like how I would set it up. But in all fairness, like I don't want to get too crazy with it. Like the main goal is to launch the product like as quickly as possible. And so that's why these themes like Shrine theme are so great. You can just quickly throw up product pages in like an hour and launch the product and test it. So really like the big thing with dropshipping that I see is that it's a quick way to test products, but it's not like the long-term goal. So like we test the product, get product validation, and then from there you iterate and you create like an actual brand. And so that's kind of the goal. We're just going to test this product. I know this product's going to work. The other thing is the product I decided to choose is a product that I talked about in one of my other videos. And I did like tons of product research for that video. And this was a product I really thought it was a great product. Since that video, I've seen a lot of new sellers for this product. So this product's getting competitive. But what I want to show in this challenge is that just because a product is competitive, it doesn't mean that you can't make money selling it. And so you want to look at the different channels. So this product's pretty competitive on Facebook, but I'm probably going to hit Google shopping ads and then SEO. So like, I'll show you here, the domain I chose is an SEO friendly domain. And so we can get more into that, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. Another thing I wanted to say about this challenge for beginners specifically is don't get caught up in the tools. There are tons of product research tools out there that you can use. Like there's dozens. There's tons of Shopify themes, AI builders. That's not really what's important. What's most important is like the basic ecom structure. So picking a product that has demand, making sure you have good copy, good images, and the pricing is right. So those are kind of the most important things. So I'm not going to show necessarily like in detail like all the tools that I use to build this store, just because there's so many and there's tons of different ways to build stores. And that's not really like the important part. The important part is is like the product selection, the price, the offer, the copy, and then also like the creative. So tons of ecom people are way into paid ads, but what they forget about is the organic side. Like a lot of people that are really heavy spenders on paid media to build their ecom stores, they will talk poorly about organic. But the thing is, like, I'm looking at this product right here. I got nearly an exact match domain, over 20K searches per month. And with a little bit of SEO work, like I'll be able to rank the store. And that might be like part 2. So be sure to subscribe for that. And that's essentially free traffic aside from like paying for the backlinks to get it ranked. But most people like don't even think about that. So this is more of like a long-term vision that I have for this product, just because, you know, people can copy it, people can try to sell it, but what they're not going to be able to do is compete with me if they don't have like the same long-term mentality and structure that I'm going to be building at the very start. And so, yeah, I just wanted to say that. Hopefully that makes sense. Don't get caught up in all the sauce of the tools, the apps, all those things. Just use like what you have and what you can afford. I'll have a full list of tools and apps that I like, but you know, I'm at the point now in my ecom career where everything's custom. And so like, I don't even use these tools, but I'm using these tools for this challenge just to kind of get a feel for it. And like some of these tools are like really good. Like I feel like it's really easy to just get a store up and launch a product. And that's awesome. That's going to get you 80% of the way. That extra 20 is like what's going to, you know, take a failed store to like a winning store. And so that's kind of what I'm going to show in this video. So yeah, I just wanted to say that, and let's get back to work. All right. So this is what we have so far. Like this is the product page. I got the logo built. I did that in ChatGPT. I can show you how to do that. And as for the product name, I wanted an actual product name. It's called the No Slip Silk Sleep Bonnet. And that's kind of to make it more official. The domain that I got is Silk Hair Bonnet. And just to show you, like, give you kind of an idea of why I did that. So that does kind of pigeonhole in the silk hair bonnet niche, but that doesn't mean I can't upsell other silk products. But if we do Ahrefs, so the keyword silk hair bonnet gets 4,000 searches a month. It's trending up. We know that. It's really easy to rank for. Like we're going to see like some Reddit links here. So Amazon's first link, Blissy is 2, and then Reddit. So, and that's exact match. I got the exact match domain. That's awesome. But if we look at the search suggestions, we can, or related terms, my bad, we can look at silk bonnet. This gets 30K searches, still rated as easy. It's, you know, Amazon, Reddit, all these different brands ranking here. And so that's a lot of search volume. And just by picking the right domain at the start, it's going to make a huge impact with the SEO part. Like a lot of dropshippers just think about like the short term of it. Like how can I get a store up as quickly as possible, get ads going when the ad creatives flail out, like start a new store. Like I'm thinking a lot more long term here. So I got like a more premium domain. It was $10, silkhairbonnet.com. I'm doing a more premium logo. And I'm going to have it feel more branded. This is a store that's literally running up this product right now. Looks like they're getting 150K searches a month, single product. Like this is exactly what I'm going to do. Probably going to match their pricing just because it's probably working. They're running Facebook ads, but what they aren't doing is they're not ranking on search. They're not running Google shopping ads. So if they see this, you know, they can come and compete. But that's kind of like the idea, right? So this is a proven product. It's selling lots, but what are the channels that I can compete on, right? I'm getting that premium domain so that my chances of ranking on Google are going to be like much higher. I'm going to have an SEO strategy. So I'm going to get backlinks to the store. I'm going to optimize titles, meta descriptions, all those kind of things. I'm going to run Google shopping ads. And you know, this store right here is not doing that. They're just doing Facebook. And so this kind of gives you an idea of the overall strategy behind this product and why I picked it, right? A lot of people would see this right now and they'd be like, too saturated, too competitive. I'm not going to be able to, you know, make a quick buck. I see it as more of a long-term play, right? This is a store that you could create an actual brand around. There's tons of different products that you can sell. Sleep masks, silk sleep pillowcases. Like there's so many different products that you can sell additionally to this product. This is a placeholder image, by the way. But anyways, just an update. So now I'm going to hop in here, keep working on the product page, get some more bullet points going. These are kind of more funny bullet points. Like this one says, does it smell like fish or chemicals out of the box? How I got this was I found a negative Amazon review that said it smells like fish. And so this is just like a funny FAQ. Does it smell like fish or chemicals out of the box? Only if the mail carrier dropped off a tuna sandwich. Ours doesn't sting because we don't steal toxins and plastic and call it a day. So, making these funnier and will make them stand out, will make your product stand out, but also like it shows that the brand cares and they care about like the copywriting and the messaging. And so, comparing that to this store, like no offense to this guy or gal, whoever's running this, like they are killing it. They're getting 150K visits a month, but it's very basic, stays on all night, finest silk, one size fits all, worldwide shipping. It's just those basic bullet points, right? So we're taking those, right? Because like the stays on all night, that's one of the most common complaints in the negative reviews on Amazon. And so we're taking that and we're creating FAQs based on that. Will this bonnet actually stay on my head overnight? Unless you do backflips in your sleep, yes. This bonnet is built to stay put, not sneak off like your ex at 3 a.m. It's a little bit funner of a way to say stays on all night, right? And you're going to obviously test all these FAQs, but let's not like overcomplicate it. Right out the gate, I just want to have better copywriting than, some of the bigger competitors. We're going to have better images, better copy, very similar pricing, very similar product, and then we'll optimize from there. So this is kind of where I'm at. I'm going to get back to work and I'll talk to you guys in a minute. All right, hopping over to my computer, let's do kind of a review of this challenge, how things are going. We're technically about 15 days into the challenge, but I've really only spent one day finding the product, which I kind of already found. So building the store, the landing page, getting the ads created. And then I finally turned the ads on just like a couple days ago and started to see sales. So I think one thing to note is if you don't have kids, family, like other obligations, like running a software company, something like this could be done like in a day. And with all the different AI tools now, like it's super easy to get a store up and running like quickly, just with basic AI product images and start getting sales. And this is kind of proof of that. So refreshing the store, we got our first sale, I think on Sunday. Yeah, it was a $34 sale. So they just bought one. And then the next day we got 2 sales, which was yesterday. And then today, I think we're at like 4 or 5 sales. So things are slowly but surely scaling up. That's about 500 in sales, gross 800. And those discounts are from the Ka-ching bundles that I created. So a couple things to notice, like conversion rate is like really low. Average order value is higher than I thought. Like a lot of people have been buying like the 3-pack, which I think is like a pretty good value. So kind of just looking at this as a whole, like we're going to want to get conversion rate up. And so we can mess around with price, but something that's like very obvious is the product page itself is very bare. All right. So looking at the landing page, if I haven't already showed you this, shrine theme, Ka-ching bundles for the bundles, product images, ChatGPT. I took the CJ drop shipping images and threw them into ChatGPT. Part of this entire challenge, something that I wanted to do was kind of go the drop shipper route. So I come from a more traditional D2C Ecom space where you'd get like professional photos done, you'd build a custom theme for the brand. I kind of wanted to use a lot of the tools that a lot of drop shippers use, like the shrine theme, this bundles app, and all the different strategies that they use. And so that's kind of what I did do in this challenge, was just using like the things that are simplest for beginners. The description, ChatGPT. A little hack on the FAQ is export the negative reviews on Amazon and throw those into ChatGPT. Tell it to create FAQs from kind of like a copywriter's perspective to help with those problems. So these FAQs specifically are targeting the negative things that people hear about this product or might have like concerns about. So that's kind of like that FAQ section. And like something to remember is I don't have like tons of time. Like I'm running a software company right now. I'm raising a family. And so I couldn't spend like an entire week building out this incredible landing page, right? So you got to remember like the 80-20 rule. All I needed to do was get a description, title, some reviews, some good passable product images, good pricing, some FAQs. That's my entire lander, right? And this is like the beginning. So a lot of people will look at this and be like, wow, that's like a really bad landing page, or there's not a lot of content. Yeah, it's the 80-20. I wanted to get this up as quickly as possible to prove that this is a good product and this is something that you could scale. So this is like V1. And so if you were going to scale this brand, turn this into a brand, scale this product up, you know, spend a day and build out this product page. I got rid of the home page, right? So I automatically redirect to the product page. I didn't have time to build the home page, nor did I want to build it. I just wanted the product page. I wanted to prove that this was a good product. And so that's what I did. So, you know, that's a little hack. If you get caught up on building every section perfectly, you know, just get as much as you can up. And if you can have those core sections, you'll start getting sales. Like this is proof, you know, $500 in sales, and we have a very small product page, very basic imagery. And yeah, that's kind of the landing page. Domain I chose was silkhairbonnet.com. The main reason, this is like exact match. This is pretty fire to get this domain just because there's a lot of search volume for these terms. And so on the SEO side, like you could really kill it with this domain and turning this into an actual brand. All right, so now let's talk about advertising channels. I always say one advertising channel, $1 million, then you can look at other advertising channels. A lot of drop shippers would say create Facebook ads first, and I just wanted to be a little bit different. So I did only Google ads for this product just because of all the search volume. And Google ads only, something that's cool about Google ads is you don't even need to create ads, like image ads. Like you can just do straight search-based ads. And that's kind of what we have here is a search campaign and then some performance max campaigns. So the search campaign has generated most of the sales here. And you don't even have to create like an image ad or a video ad. It's just like if someone searches silk hair bonnet, your ad's going to show up. So that's something that I really like about Google Ads. I'm not a Google Ads expert. If I were to scale this brand, like I'd probably hire someone to manage this just because it's not really like my expertise. Like I just followed like the basic campaign structure, got it set up and started running the ads. And kind of the cool thing about this is like we're about 500 in sales and we're about $468 in ads. So it's right about break even. And a lot of people might be like, dang, that sucks. The thing is, you got to remember that 80-20. So like this is V1. It's like only going to get better from here on out. So like I don't have any of the email flows set up. I don't have any SMS set up. I don't have any upsells set up. The lander is like super basic. Like we can create a better lander, add emails, add upsells. We're going to go from, you know, 1x ROAS to a 2 or a 3, and this will actually become like a profitable product. So kind of the main objective of this was, would this product work? And like we're already at the very start of a campaign, pretty much break even. That's like a really good sign. And so you're just going to make improvements from here and then build the store up. So the next thing I would do would be get it to a more profitable state. So like a 2 or 3x ROAS as a drop shipping store would be great. And then you can work on building the product into a more customizable product so that you can stand out from the competition. Pricing's a big one. Like I chose kind of a higher price. I know for sure if we lower the price, our conversion rate will go up. And that was one thing I called out. You know, it's pretty low. And so we can mess around with pricing, better imagery, get some UGC content going. But yeah, that's the store. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to keep running the store. Like I really don't have time to build a whole nother brand. It's a lot of work. I'm not going to sugarcoat that, but 100% you could turn this into a 7 or 8 figure brand if you put your head down and worked on it every single day. I have a really good domain. I've got a logo, basic imagery going. You really could turn this into an awesome brand if you wanted to. So, you know, maybe I'll give it away to one of you guys. If you want the store, comment down below. I'll give it away. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you want to learn more about how I find winning products, I have a free school community called Scout. You can gain access to it in the link down below. And the way we're going to do it is it's going to be tiered. So for the first 100 members, it's going to be free. After the first 100 members, we're going to start charging for the community. So if you want to get early access to this community, I'm actually going to be giving away stores like this, but with actual products. So like a lot of times people will give away Shopify stores with crappy products. This is a real store that could become like a 7-figure brand. So I'm going to be giving away stores. I'm going to be giving away product ideas that are actually good, that have search volume, not just like one-off weird products that you can scale for a month. This community is for people that are actually interested in building a real brand in ecom, not just flipping a quick profit and getting out. So if you're really interested in my product research methods, click the link down below and join Scout today. But once again, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.